Should we get started?
I guess so. Hello, everyone.
Howdy, folks.
We want this, since this is a subscriber episode, to feel more like your family.
Yeah, it's like the Tramily.
Like you get to know the ins and outs of us.
Yeah, so we'll just do what we always do in Rabbit Hole, but we have these fun little subscriber episodes that are a little bit more conversation-like. Even though it's just Basecamp and I think you can have a conversation with two people as much as you can with just yourself.
Yeah, just yourself.
If you're talking to just yourself,
I talk to myself all the time.
You should find a friend or seek help.
No, I talk to myself all the time. I feel like a lot of people do that.
That's true.
Especially if I'm stressed out. My brain hurts from so many logistics in them.
Yeah.
It's like I'll literally find myself talking to myself. Like I'll be in a grocery store aisle and I'll be like, oh, what a great idea that is. Or, oh, this is an amazing blah, blah, blah. And then like someone will walk by and I'm like, I'm just talking to myself.
Oh, she enjoys talking to herself in her sleep at night too, which is kind of funny.
I do. Listen, I actually think it's very therapeutic to talk to yourself. Like, I used to. I haven't done it a lot, but whenever I was in emotional rage when I was younger or was going through something really hard, I'd go out into the woods and I'd talk.
And emotional rage. Okay.
Yeah, I just like process out loud to no one but the trees.
To the trees.
It was helpful.
Don't they have a name for that? Ecotherapy? Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. See?
Yeah, and you can go forest bathing now. Those are fun things you should look up.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, forest bathing is when you just go and you sit in the woods and you're bathing in the sound of the forest.
Oh, wait, maybe I have heard of that. They've talked about doing this with like vets.
Yeah, they have.
Okay.
Cool. Well, let's get started on this episode. This is the second time that we've recorded it because the first time...
Oh, devastation.
Not actually sure what happened, but all the audio was lost. And so now recording directly onto our receiver, onto a memory card. No software involved
here. Yeah, we are 100% making sure this gets recorded this time. We had such a great episode, too.
This shit hardwired.
Yes.
Yep.
But the other one was so good because it was like unexpected. Like I didn't know half of these things that were going to happen.
She did not. No.
And they were so funny. So my reactions were priceless. And then now they're like going to be like, oh.
We'll try and forget everything that you've already learned about this episode.
I can't. Wait, before we start, what's your drink of the choice?
Oh, yeah, that's right. This is a Marzen or a Märzen from WeldWorks Brewing. WeldWorks is here in Colorado.
Ooh, what area?
I don't know. Don't know. But anyways, it's like a fest beer. Think Oktoberfest beer. Like deep ambery red coloration, kind of light tasting. German style lagers. Great stuff. What about you?
I'm drinking the same wine I've been drinking the whole month because we got a case from Costco. It is called Hook and Crook, I think.
Hook or Crook.
Hook or Crook.
Yeah.
It's actually a very delicious red wine. And I got the entire case for like $60 something. So it means it was like $5 something a pop for the bottle.
Yeah, it comes out to be pretty cheap.
Which honestly, I think this would go for 15 or 20 at a city market.
Oh,
per
yeah,
bottle.
Definitely.
So I feel like I came out with a good steal.
I think you did.
It's lasted me all month, which I don't know what that says, but...
People put stuff in the hallways here in our complex, and they also put it in there's like a giant housing unit for garbage.
Because of the bears?
Because of the bears here. And she pilfered some really nice organic canned goods in a huge wine glass that she can't handle.
I literally can't. I have to have both hands to drink it.
Yeah, it's like stemless, so it's just a giant bowl.
It's just a giant bowl. Actually, I don't really like it. I'm really scared I'm going to break it.
Yeah, because she broke her fourth and her last of the 4-glass set for these wine glasses she picked up with her aunt and uncle.
In Napa. I'm very devastated by this.
I know.
I don't want to talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about you and me.
Let's talk about it. It's so big. Can't even put it around one hand.
Oh, my God. Thank you for being... the loyal, the faithful subscribers that you are. We appreciate your patronage. We appreciate all of you who take the time to send us an Instagram message or an email to give us feedback or ask questions or even just comment on an Instagram post. It really means a lot to us. So thank you. We just wanted to set that tone before we get into the episode with you.
Yeah, thank you. And we are, Wesley is very diligently trying to get more and more subscriber episodes out for you guys. So yes, we are in the process now. He's like, no, we must do a subscriber episode.
Yep. I know we've said this before, but we're trying to do more of them.
We're getting there.
Yeah, because we can't expect people to just give us money freely. We got to give you something in return. So if you're subscribing, thank you. You're helping to support our podcast, and you're helping to pay our editors right now. So thank you so much.
Yes, these episodes should sound better now.
Yeah, because I am not the one editing them.
He doesn't really have time anyway, so
no, I do not.
these will come out faster now.
What are we talking about today, Basecamp?
I'm so excited that you asked that, Yeti Legs.
Are you Basecamp?
We are talking Yeti Legs. I just listened to the Cup of Jedi episode, so I'm like in British accent right now. Anyway, okay.
Happy as Larry.
We're talking about, drum roll please,
Dun, 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 dun.
Hikerboxes.
Hikerboxes. The fuck is a hikerbox?
Well, Yeti Legs, would you like to explain?
I will explain what a hikerbox is. There is no formal definition online that I could find, so I am going to base this definition on personal experience. So, a hikerbox is a collection / assortment of foodstuffs, gear, trash, unwanted items and objects that you can find on a through hike. So this is going to be any longer distance type of trail, 100-ish plus miles. I don't know if you would find one on 100 miles. Maybe.
Doubt it.
You might on the Foothills Trail or something.
Oh, really? Okay.
You might.
Okay.
But anyways, it is a vessel. It doesn't have to exactly be a box. It could be a file cabinet. It can be a bucket. Really anything that all these items can go into that hikers do or do not want. So the way that a hiker box works is you go to the hiker box and you take what you want out of it, and it is free. You put what you want in that box. This might be stuff that you don't want to carry or stuff that you don't think that you actually need anymore. And so basically your trash becomes another man's treasure unless you're putting an anonymous bag of white powders or a used shoe with no sole in the box. Then that's just everybody's trash at that point because no one can use it.
I mean, I feel like some brave soul might have taken it.
Yeah, they might. I guess it would have to be desperate.
We'll get into that white powder.
We'll get into the white powders. The cocaines is...
Cocaine. Also, our dog, sorry. She is really wanting to play ball with us, so she's brought in this very heavy weighted ball into the room, cricket ball, and she's dropped it at Wesley's feet. Oh, poor thing. Well, maybe we can play with her for a little bit, like take her to the park after. We'll see. Whatever. Okay.
So now that we've laid the foundation for what a hiker box is, just know that you will only see these in very specific locations and most often along a long trail or a through hike. So places you can expect to find these would be like a gear shop in a town or a post office, a trail angel's house.
A hostel,
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, it's going to be in a place that a hiker would go to anyways, so it's just already there, which is super convenient and makes common sense.
And a lot of times, like for far out, someone will mention hiker box at this location or something too. So you'll sometimes get a shout out of like, oh, cool, there's a hiker box at this outdoor fitters place or something like that, which is cool.
Yep. So that's what you can expect to find in hiker boxes, anything from food to gears. Just be wary of what you take out of it. And that is where you can expect to find hiker boxes. If you've never done a through hike, keep an eye peeled and you'll find some treasures in those things. Seriously.
I would love to ask you what you found in hiker boxes, but we'll get to that. I don't think I've ever found anything in a hiker box that I wanted.
Basecamp is not the trash
bougie
panda like I am.
He loves hiker boxes.
Oh my God. We get to a hiker box. I'm like, oh boy, let me see what I can find.
It's like Christmas. And I'm like, nah, we've got our food. I've got everything I need. I'm good.
If anything, she's resupplying the hiker boxes, if nothing else.
All I'm looking for is there ramen? What is Loba doing? Hey, Loba. Okay. Oh, she just wanted to lay down.
Oh, she got her toy. That's what she's got.
Oh, she wanted her toy. Okay.
Yeah.
Now she's good. She's
good.
chill. It's all about Loba. Okay.
It's the Loba show.
No, all I was gonna say is all I ever find in hiker boxes that I want is if there's food that we want, like ramen.
Yeah, very specific foods.
Or dehydrated meals.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's literally all I normally feel like I find in a hiker box. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Speaking of Hikerboxes, we have a testimony from a well-known seasoned hiker. I'm sure you have all heard this guy's name before. His name is Professor Carl. Classes in session. And Professor Carl is currently working in a hostel in Maine along the Appalachian Trail right now. And at this hostel, they happen to have a very beefy hiker box, which he was kind enough to provide pictures of. But you won't get access to that unless you are a subscriber. So thank you for being a subscriber.
Well, on Patreon.
Yeah, on Patreon, a Patreon subscriber. Let me emphasize that.
Yeah, because they're the only ones who can see the photos.
Who can see the pictures and the videos and stuff. Yeah, that's true.
We have pictures actually for this one, which is great.
Do you want to read Basecamp, Professor Carl's opinion on hiker boxes and what he thinks etiquette is?
I would love to. And also a little plug. We did interview him, so stay tuned for that episode coming up at some point soon.
Yes, it'll be coming out after this one.
Yes. Yeah, wait, pretty far after, I'd guess. I don't know. Anyway, okay, here we are. Professor Carl. I think hiker boxes are an incredible resource and practice along the long trails. I'd even say they are at the heart of the spirit of a thru hike and encapsulates a lot of what the experience is about. Giving what you don't need and accepting help when you're in need. One of the big pointers I give to Sobos here at the hostel is to always check hiker boxes before resupplying to take advantage of the resources we have on trail. I think etiquette of them is pretty simple. Only leave things you think people might actually use. Go ahead and toss out that peanut butter jar with 2 scoops left and keep things tidy. Someone might go for that bag of repackaged trail mix that you don't want, as well as may leave it for someone else.
She can't read well.
Sorry, I think I need my glasses. So anyway, I can't think of / remember anything particularly crazy I've seen in a hiker box, but on the PCT in 2019, I packed out and finished with a flask I found in one at the Cracker Barrel.
Wow.
Which is
that's a find.
One of the stops really close to the end.
Yeah, that's at the White Pass area in Washington. It's about midway through the state.
Yeah, and we have this really cool picture of Professor Carl finishing the PCT at the Northern Terminus with his flask. He looks soaked, too.
He is dripping
it was raining.
wet. And we're not talking sweat. It's raining.
It was raining.
And here we have a picture of the hiker box at his hostel. And we're just going to detail some of the stuff that is in this hiker box.
It's insane. This AT, I feel like.
Man, they're bougie.
They bougie.
From left to right, we've got a box full of probably half full fuel canisters, at least 10 of them.
Jeez.
There's a big old tall boy of bug spray, Repel brand.
There's what is that? And is that a Hyperlight bag or is that a sack that...
You do need your glasses.
No, it looks like a Hyperlight bag. You can't tell the bottom.
That's a little food bag is what it is.
You sure?
Yeah, it's one of the huge like waterproof, scent-proof food bags.
Okay, what if it was a Hyperlight bag?
And there is a backpack behind it though. It looks like a Swiss gear or something.
I don't know. If you're on our Patreon and you see these photos, what do you think? Hyperlight or food bag?
I think food bag.
I think Hyperlight.
Okay. There is a main box with a bunch of like random debris, including a half-used bag of Ziplocs. And of course you have the infamous Sawyer squeeze bladder because no one really seems to love those.
It's the Canuck world.
It's the Canuck world with the Sawyer squeeze filter. Go figure.
Yeah. What's that black thing on the left?
It could be most anything really.
It's a jacket maybe?
It
a
could
blanket?
Be. Like a frog tog maybe or some kind of a blanket.
Could be.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 trekking poles in the corner.
5 trekking poles.
None of them are the same.
Not 4.
They're all mixed match.
So if you really needed some trekking poles and you were desperate, you could just take 2 of them.
The top right corner has what appears to be a wool blanket.
And then is that a sleeping bag?
Yep, that's a sleeping bag. Yeah.
And then, oh, guess what?
This is
pair
rare.
Of shoes.
This is rare, like a full pair of shoes.
Full pair of shoes that actually don't even look barely used.
The soles are still white.
Yeah, like that's crazy to me because AT, I mean, you'd imagine they're dirty.
Yeah. And then there's like a candy jar full of like random miscellaneous bullshit. What is that?
That orange thing? Is that a beer bottle opener?
It looks like it. There are probably some little like tweezers and tick removers in there too.
So many things in there. This is such a cute little hiker
It's
box.
just super random.
It's so much stuff.
I know. I'd fuck up this Hikerbox
You
right
would.
here.
You'd take some stuff. Oh, the other thing we were going to talk about is the coolest thing that can help you when you are doing a through hike, which we need to get one, not for this one, for the AZT, but the next one we do is one of the converters for the fuel.
It's a coupler.
A coupler. Because we could have probably made a whole fuel can out of all that.
Yeah, so the way it works is you screw it on to the valve on 2 different fuel cans, and the fuel leaks from one to the other one. One has to be hot, one has to be cold. And yeah, you've kind of got like a full-ish fuel can to use that you didn't pay anything for just because someone wanted to leave it.
Thanks, Build-A-Bear and Dan, for that one, because they both had one on PCT, and we were like, what are you doing?
Nailed it. Okay. Next, we have, sweet Songbird. Songbird sent us an audio clip of a Hikerbox experience that she had along the PCT. So we'll let you listen to that in 3, 2, 1, now.
Hey there, Yeti Legs, Basecamp listeners. This is Jackie, aka Songbird. Excuse my labored breathing and sound quality. I'm out on a hike, but you asked about stories around hiker boxes. This one's a little different, but I hope it's a little fun one. Well, I can't remember where we were, but we stopped to take a trail zero because we knew it was going to be super rainy, bad weather, like all day the next day. So we found this developed campsite, set up camp, and there was this like normal camper there who was really nice and took one of us into town to get food. So that's what Yukon went into town, got some sandwiches, brought him back, and we all sat in our tents separately the next day and just ate our food. And the sandwiches came with like mustard packets, and I don't know what happened, but I'm sleeping on one of those Z-Lite egg cartons where it's like yellow on one side. Well, I must have like laid on a mustard packet because for like the next few days I kept getting mustard on things. I mean, like, where is this coming from? Like, I could not find it. I figured out, I was like, oh, it's on the yellow side of my Z-Lite. But I cleaned it off and I couldn't make it stop putting mustard everywhere. But by the time I got to Quincy, it was time to get a new Z-Lite anyways. But as the saying goes, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So I figured, hey, I'll throw this in the hiker box. Someone could use it. Maybe make some cool camp shoes out of it. I don't know. But it's funny. Maybe they'll find some mustard. Who knows? But that's what happened with that one. For myself, I never got super lucky digging through the hiker boxes. But yeah, you can find some good stuff in there. Thanks for letting me share the story. Hope everyone's doing good. Bye.
Yeah, so Songbird is one of the faster hikers that we met on the PCT. She was booking it, right?
She's a beast. Like, she's teeny tiny. She is small but mighty.
Yeah, she is.
She definitely encapsulates that term.
And she now has a smaller but equally mighty human.
Yes.
A little babes.
Yes. Yeah, but we met her on the PCT. We had met her tramily early on, and they had talked about her, but like we never met her. And then we finally actually met her in person in Oregon. And then we hiked, like we said, she's a beast. She was hiking like 30, 35s a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then we decided to do like a 35 plus with her that day. She's like, we can do it, guys. And I was like, let's pull the strength of Songbird.
We were basically drifting off of her speed. That's what we were doing.
Yeah. It was great.
And now we have a few little tidbits from Cucumber and Bloom. So this is a couple who we met in the Sierras just before Glen Pass.
On the PCT.
And we kind of just stayed connected with them ever since. And they live in Colorado, so it was not hard to do.
Yeah, we've hiked 2 14ers with them, and we stay in touch with them. Like, it's so funny. They try to, every time they come up here to the mountains, they'll be like, hey guys, we're here. And then we're like, oh no, we're somewhere else.
We're all just busy bees in a hive, right?
But yeah, we love getting to hang out with them and hike with them.
Let's see, some fun stuff that they have to say about hiker boxes. Well, specifically, they had one hiker box in Etna, which is in NorCal on the PCT, and it had nothing but bug spray in it, which is mind-boggling to me because it wasn't time for Sobos yet, and the mosquitoes were horrible then. So what did people?
not in Etna.
No, they were getting bad.
Not
like,
yet. It was Oregon.
Oregon.
This wasn't Oregon. This was NorCal.
But I remember them being kind of baddish in NorCal too.
Really? I thought it
Yeah.
was just, we didn't hit them in NorCal. I thought, were they?
We hit some, but NorCal was super
Oh.
hot is why.
Maybe they did start getting bad around Etna, because I remember someone had a mosquito thing on, and I remember going, do we need these yet or put these on yet?
The little head net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a fun one they had. And then here's another comment, and I know you want to talk about this.
Yes.
They want people to be more responsible and label and have expiration things.
Expiration
or expiration
yeah.
dates. Wow.
Expiration.
Especially for white powders, but also like medications. Like if you find a bag of ibuprofen in a hiker box, you want to know when it's good through, right?
Ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen.
I would assume, though, that ibuprofen is good through years, because even my Aunt Debbie, who is a pharmacist, says you can have expired drugs probably up to a year.
Do you want to talk about their white powders
Yes,
and the
I do.
cocaines?
Yes. So when we were texting them and asking if they had any thoughts, they mentioned this, and I started laughing because when we did the PCT, we had sent ourselves boxes prior to all, like, to my sister, who then would send them to us. Well, of course, we didn't want half of these things, like, from 3 weeks on.
Dropped $700-ish packing
Just
and buying
on
and
shipping, probably. Not even
Yeah.
counting the food we
It's
spent
crazy.
on it. And we had put everything in Ziploc bags already, just to, like, help ourselves out. And we had this milk powder that we weren't using anymore. First of all, because it's heavy, and second, because it was clumping and we just didn't want it anymore. The second was an electrolyte powder that was pure white, looked like cocaine.
It was Tailwind, right?
Yeah, that I had, that was Tailwind. And it was in this huge bag. And I was like, well, let's just use up this bag because we're going to need electrolytes on trail. And I just didn't want it because it was sticky and hard to put in water by that point. So we would just throw these bags in the hiker boxes. And when Cucumber and Bloom said that, I started laughing because I was like, that was totally us.
It definitely was. But even
Whoops.
so, like later up trail, you get these bags and it's just like white or cream colored powders. And you can take an educated guess and like take a sniff to see what it might be, but you just don't know.
I mean, you don't want cocaine on trail?
I mean, it might increase your mileage by an extra mile per hour at least.
I know.
Right?
I know. Maybe that's what these FKTers are doing.
Cocaine.
Sniffing it up and going like 50 plus miles a day. I'm like, how the fuck are you guys doing this shit? I don't get it.
I had a coworker whenever I was working at the brewery, and he came up to me and he was like, my grandpapa, he told me this one day. I drink beer every night, but never touch the cocaine. Never.
Cocaine.
Never touch the cocaine.
Cocaine.
Another funny story. Whenever I was in my early 20s working with my cousin Bradley at PF Chang's, we were both servers there. One night we met another coworker at the IHOP, and Bradley continued to sit there, and he emptied like sugar and salt packets and ground them into a white powder at the table
God, Bradley.
at 2 a.m. And he kept saying cocaineses, just like Schmiegel would. If you can imagine Schmiegel saying cocaineses, he did that.
Oh, I bet you were laughing. Were you like falling out of the booth in IHOP?
I was.
Yeah, I could see that.
But you never touch the cocaine.
Never.
Never.
Oh my God.
So yeah, be wary whenever you're going to a box and you see medications and unlabeled anonymous powders.
I mean, if it looks like
because-
ibuprofen, I wouldn't care.
I mean, Kappa ate 2 cookies that were very unassuming, and he was floored for a day.
My God. When I heard that part again today, when I was listening to it in the car, I started dying laughing because the way he says, he's like, I couldn't even get over the tree. He's like, I can't even find the log to get over the tree.
He's
And
like, my foot just kept splashing in the water.
he's like, mate, I gotta stop. Like, I can't even walk. I'm like, oh my gosh.
If you're in California and someone offers you cookies, or there are cookies in a
you
box,
should imagine that.
imagine that they're laced with at least some weed.
or
Like, come on.
Colorado,
Or Colorado, yeah.
because it's legal here. I
That's
would
true.
imagine that someone hiking out there offering cookies, definitely it's got weed in it. Yes.
Oh my God.
So some of our funny things from Hikerboxes.
Oh, yeah. This is, it's funny. Great segue, Wesley. You did a great job setting this up. So we're still at the Acton KOA where we dumped all the crap out into the hiker boxes that Cucumber and Bloom then found and judged us about
Our
little
white
bit.
powders. We actually
powders.
dumped a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, so at the Acton KOA and the PCT, we got our first box there. And so they have a hiker box inside of like the little convenience store for the KOA. And then they have like a giant gardening shed thing outside, which is also a hiker box, which you have access to 24/7 because of course they lock up the convenience store. Well, fucking Deuces takes it upon himself to go into the convenience store and ask about the hiker box, which was full of Nature's Valley bars, something like that.
Yeah, there's like 20.
It was like 20, and he took every single
He took
one
every
of them.
one of
Every
them.
one of them.
And I was like, hiker etiquette? And he goes, I don't care.
I hope he shit his brains out and then he was constipated.
I think it
after
was the
that.
honey oats one. And I remember checking in with him a few weeks later, and I was like, so how are you feeling about Nature's Valley bars? And he's like, I will never eat one again.
Couldn't do it anymore.
I was like, well, yeah, I guess that's what happens when you eat 1 million of them.
Oh, I know. He couldn't do it.
That was
You know what?
so
Serves him right.
funny.
Little punk. Do you remember this one?
Oh, so, okay, I'm looking at Kenny Meadows South.
Yeah.
So Kenny Meadows South, when you get there, okay, just imagine you've been in the desert
For
all this
700
time.
miles.
You're finally at 700 miles. You're on the cusp of the Sierra Nevadas. This is a huge turning point in your hike, I feel like, because this is like, you've done 700 miles and you've done the desert. You've done a lot of hard, like physically, mentally challenges in the heat kind of stuff. It's not the hardest climbing. It's still climbing, but
Yeah.
you're definitely like at this moment of like celebrating. And at Grumpy's and at the general store, both have hiker boxes. But we were at Grumpy's, and this hiker box was so organized. Like, I don't know who organized
Not
it.
at first, though.
Who organized it?
I don't know, but there were 3 different boxes of just garbage.
So someone organized it while we were there?
Yeah, and someone took the
Oh.
time to put all the shoe and shoe bits inside one box, like all the food-related stuff in one, and everything else miscellaneous in the third box. Like, God bless them.
You know, it feels like something that Spanx or Tuna Juice would have done.
It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Tuna Juice was a nurse, or is a nurse, so
Mhm.
most likely her. But I still remember out of that box, you remember the insulative, like, bubbly wrap stuff that I made the
Yes.
koozies for our power banks
You were
out of?
so proud of them.
I'm still so pissed at Build-A-Bear. Build-A-Bear is like a
He crushed
freaking
his
engineer,
dreams.
and he makes his own gear. And I made these little koozies for our power banks, hoping to increase the insulative
And he's probably
properties.
like 3 beers in because the beers were so cheap there.
And they were in huge mugs. And I'm like, Build-A-Bear, look, I made these beautiful little like tight-fitting koozies, even with a Velcro strap.
He's like a 10-year-old kid going to his dad. and
Like,
going,
what do you
"Look
think
at
of
my-"
these? And he's like, he's okay. The fuck?
Crushed his dreams.
He's okay. Oh my God.
He was so devastated. He comes to me and he's like, I don't know if Bilda liked my creation.
No, he did not.
And then the other thing I thought was funny at the Kenny Meadows South, we found some crazy shit in the Kenny Meadows South hiker box. Build-A-Bear found some soles to put in his shoes that he said lasted
yeah.
maybe the rest of the time. And then Kappa found a Thermarest, the X-Lite, the yellow one.
Yes, yes.
He found one. Someone had given up their Thermarest because it had holes in it, and they didn't, like, I don't know if they got shipped a new one, so they just threw it in the hiker box. But Kappa got Toozy, a guy that was working at Grumpy's for the summer. He asked him, or Toozy maybe volunteered, and they blew it up, and Toozy helped him find the holes to patch it up. And Kappa carried that thing on top of his other Thermarest the entire rest of the trip.
Yeah, if you find a Thermarest or a Nemo pad in a hiker box, just ship it home to yourself and deal with it later, and you might get a replacement out of it.
Well, not anymore, though, because that's what we were talking about, is now they ask you for your, well, I guess if you're a
For
through
your
hiker.
purchase information.
Yeah, they actually do ask for it now, so can't probably do that again.
Yeah, but if you're cunning, you might get away with it. But we do not condone such actions because we love and respect the brands, especially Cascade Design, who does Thermarest.
Yes, so we highly ask you to not undersell them. But hey, take that Thermarest that someone gave away and find the holes and do what Thermarest said in our episode to do and patch it.
Yeah, we interviewed Brandon Bowers, who is a product manager for Thermarest, and he specifically deals with sleeping pads, the inflatable kind. So the X-Lite, the X-Therm, all those good ones that all of you hikers know. And he goes into great detail on how to repair those holes that you find in your mats. You don't just stick a sticker on top of it. You have to actually give it some TLC and massage that baby.
It's fascinating what he said. I was like, interesting. Okay.
So you can find that episode in our previous episode library.
Yeah, go look for it. Now I'm going to ask this question.
Sure.
Yeti Legs, what have you found in Hikerboxes?
Some bullshit caustic bug spray in a hiker box at Twin Lakes on the Colorado Trail. So my running shorts are Ultimate Direction. Love these shorts. And they've got like a little silicone strip at the bottom that's supposed to stop them from riding up. And I get to this hiker box, which is just chocked full of goodies at Twin Lakes. And I'm like, oh, well, I haven't had a huge issue with bugs lately, so I'll just spray myself down and leave the rest in the can so I'm not carrying the weight. So I do that, and it was some brand I'd never heard of. So I was like, whatever, it's here, so I'll try it. And probably within 3 or 5 minutes, I realized that my legs are black, and I'm like, what the hell is happening? And come to find out, whatever was in that bug spray, I don't know if it was oil-based or what, it was causing the silicone strip on my shorts to literally melt, and it was like melting black gook all over my thighs. There is no public restroom in the little establishment of Twin Lakes. There's only a pit toilet. And so I'm standing in line at the pit toilet, and I get in there, and I'm using toilet paper and hand sanitizer to try and clean my thighs off. And it's just a whole conundrum.
We had an entire conversation in the first hiker box that we did about this. But it was like, why would someone dump that bug spray? Like, clearly they dumped that bug spray because it had issues. Why would you dump it and give it to someone else then? You might as well, you should just thrown it away.
Or at least left. Wow.
What?
Oh my God, my brain just broke.
La, la.
They could have at least left like a sticky note or something with a heads up on it.
I mean, but why even do that to someone?
I don't know. It feels cruel, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels like a joke or like a cruel joke.
But I feel like the CT made up for it because all the other hiker boxes that I found were so chocked full of like these vegetable-laden dehydrated meals that I wasn't even mad at
That's
that.
insane to me. You had more dehydrated meals on this trail than we probably had combined on the PCT.
I only bought like actual food resupply one time on the whole trail, partly because you met me with a lot of the dehydrated meals that brands were kind enough to give us, but secondly because I was supplementing all of my ramen with all these like $15 dehydrated meals that people didn't want to carry.
That's insane.
It truly was. And I will say that most of those meals I found were vegetarian or vegan. They were not the meaty meals, so no peak refuels, unfortunately, but like Backpacker's Pantry, even some Heather's Choice. I'm like, come on, these are expensive high-end meals here.
And honestly, all you have to do is get some beef jerky and throw it in there. Like if you're craving protein,
Yeah.
because you crave vegetables once you're out there for long enough.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if the CT you start craving vegetables that long in or not.
Yeah.
I think it might be like 2 or 3 months into a trail.
Maybe.
Start craving vegetables
Burgers and all that.
and fruit and
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Vegetables. Yeah.
well, definitely burgers. That's like
Both.
yes, protein
Yeah.
and carbs. But like it's just insane to me that people would give up such expensive meals when all they have to do is throw in some beef jerky.
It's true. And, you know, I get meals from Heather's Choice and Farm to Summit, which are both kind of like healthier vegetarian style meals. Really not any meat in those. And I get those because they feel healthy and they taste healthy. And if I really want some meat, I'll throw some jerky or a slab of Spam in there and hope that they forgive me for slandering their meals. But
And they taste healthy, but they also taste really good.
They
Like
do
they
taste
add like
good.
spices and different types of flavors, which is
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
yeah, Heather's Choice went pretty big recently
They
on
blew
Shark
up.
Tank, right?
Yeah. I feel like they've blown up since then
They have.
in a good way. Yeah.
And they just agreed to be on our podcast, so that's exciting.
Oh, yeah. So you as a subscriber, well, maybe we can start telling them all the ones we're going to be, interviewing to give little teasers. But yes,
Maybe.
we will be interviewing Heather's Choice.
In 2025.
Yes, next year, because it's very quickly turning to the end of the year now.
Yeah, the end
So-
of the year is nigh.
Yeah.
The last thing I had to say about hiker boxes on the Colorado Trail was just the Mullis Lake campground box, and how, remember how I said a hiker box doesn't have to be specifically a box, it could be other stuff. Well, this one was in a cooler, like a cheap old igloo cooler from Walmart with no lock on it. All it had was a bungee cord around it to keep it closed. Definitely not bear proof, but that was by far the most loaded hiker box I've ever seen.
Like ever seen?
Ever seen.
Wow.
Yes. And I think it's because it's so close to the end on the CT if you're going south, but also it's really close to the beginning if you're going north.
So people who are like, whoa, I've got way too much shit in my backpack, they're just like unloading.
Yeah, and CT hikers are bougie. Anyways, their packs are huge. They've got all the good stuff. I'm so serious.
We have this running joke on, because we're so close to the CT CD2. They're combined at this point on the trail, and we'll see hikers and we'll be like CDT or CT, and it's normally CDTers are the very, like, they look trashed already at that point because they're 1,200 miles in.
Yeah, filthy and defeated.
Yeah, filthy and defeated.
Yeah.
And skinny. And the CTers look excited and happy because they're only 100 miles in. And so they're like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and excited and clean and have big packs.
They're plump and ready to go into the oven for the witch from Hansel and Gretel. Yeah.
It's just so funny, the difference. Like,
I know.
I would be shocked if a CDTer looked clean and plump at that point. And they have small backpacks too, normally.
They do. This is actually an interesting little tidbit, and it might not be comprehensive, but it's just what we experienced. We've done 1 and like 0.1 trails abroad in Europe. I say 1 and 0.1 because we hiked the Tour de Mont Blanc. We completed it, and then we started the GR20, but we did not.
Which it is considered the hardest trail in Europe.
Most technical
trail. And you're boulder rock climbing up a rock face at the very beginning.
It's true.
Within like a few miles. And we had 40 plus pound pack.
Yeah, we did.
I was like, fuck no, this is not happening today. Anyway.
But what I will say is that we didn't notice any hiker boxes on the whole Tour de Mont Blanc.
Which I think it's because there's so many refuges and they want you.
They were closed, yeah.
They're closed when we did it, but when they're open, I think they want you to be able to purchase food in there. I highly doubt you find a hiker box, but maybe they're inside of them.
Well, there very well could be a hiker box, and they just pull the food out and put gear in it because they don't sell gear at the hostels or the refuges.
That's true. So maybe there is one inside of it, and we don't know, that we just never would have known. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that we ever found was an open bottle of German liquor. It tasted a lot like licorice.
It was.
I can't remember the name of it.
We didn't take it with us, that's for sure.
No, but we found that at a refuge like midways on the TNB.
It was a creepy refuge.
Yeah, it felt like a doomsday bunker.
It did. And I was like, we're just going to camp outside with our tent.
Yeah, and we did.
I don't want to camp inside. Like, to know that I don't want to camp inside with shelter and no wind, like that tells you something.
It's a big deal.
So we're moving on to this one's interesting. Wesley found.
I pulled a lot of good finds from Hikerboxes on Reddit. What a valuable font of information.
And this was actually quite entertaining when we first did it. And I'm bummed I know these now.
Well, some of these are new to you, so you haven't seen them.
Okay, do you just want to do every other? I'll do the first one.
Yeah, so we're going to read off these findings from Hikerboxes from Reddit.
Okay, here we go. The first one, a full page picture of Cher that said, "Believe," handwritten across the top.
That would be inspirational if I found
Do
that.
you believe in love after love? I mean, I feel like that would be inspirational. I'd be like, I need to do a 30 today. Let me look at Cher's picture. Believe in yourself.
The next one, water. It was in West Texas.
Which
is that like the
probably
Lone Star Trail or something?
Oh, maybe, yeah. And they probably have like no water, so maybe that was a
Probably.
big deal. They're like, oh my God, I'm saved.
Oh, you have a fun one.
Oh my God. I once saw a butt plug and a large bottle of KY lube in one.
Sounds like a great zero to me.
I have so many questions here. And then my favorite is the comment after says, did you regret snagging it when you had that extra weight for the rest of the trip?
I guess one does not use up a butt plug, right?
I guess not. Were they hiking by themselves or with a couple? But I have so many questions about that one. Like,
I want to know more.
Like, did the person that dropped it Was it like a one night stand? Was it like,
I don't know. I want to read the book.
I just have so many theories.
It feels like a Christian love book.
I'm sorry. If you just see my face, that is not at all.
Basecamp used to read a lot of Christian love novels.
Oh my God. When I was like young and naive, yes, I did. But then I started getting into more adult erotic romance novels. Now that's where you would find that.
Yeah.
Get a butt plug and some KY lube out, baby, because we're going.
Because we're going
to town.
We're going to the station.
The butt plug station.
The Hikerbox at Red's Meadow is just great. You can see PCT vultures roaming around the JMT hikers. Haha. That thing got refilled with goodies every hour. I believe that. I feel like JMT hikers are akin to CT hikers.
Yes, absolutely. Except they do half. They're like 250 miles versus 486. So it's like they're even more plump. I love that PCT hikers are like vultures.
Next.
Oh, wait, quickly. My other thing I ever found on the PCT trail, which I wish it had said it for JMTers too, we would see these trail markers with people leaving notes on the trail markers for us going Novo. And one of them, once we were in like Oregon or Washington, we're like super seasoned and just completely jaded by this point. Like you just become so jaded on trail. You're just like, yep, hiking another day. I'm dirty and I'm stinky and I'm a badass. And one of the notes on the trail marker said, no bowers, don't eat the so-bowers.
Actually, all it said was don't eat the Sobos, but close enough.
Okay, that was my interpretation of it. Don't eat the Sobos. And that was so wonderful. Anyway, moving on. Me and my hiking buddy found a delaminated?
Delaminated. It just means the coatings come off.
Dilapidated. Okay. Delaminated thermarest all season in a hiker box. She ended up getting a replacement from Thermarest, which was nice, since she was after an inflatable pad, but didn't really have a lot of money, which we do not condone, and they probably won't let you do this anymore.
Yeah.
This was 7 years ago when they posted it, so I think this probably happened a lot.
Yeah. You can tell Basecamp's language is quickly deteriorating.
Well, also, I can't see it very well. And there's a paintbrush in the view. So I'm like leaning over to read the lines.
I have this at 210% magnification.
I'm saying that the paintbrushes are in my eye line, so I can't see some of the words.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
I can read.
Here we go. Best find, punctured X-Lite I got replaced from Thermarest. Weirdest, Lake Marina, first major campsite on the PCT. The hiker box was a shit show. A massive 2-pound King James Bible, an almost brand new jet boil, and hiking boots galore.
That sounds perfect.
Were they trying to witness to people?
I mean, maybe. Oh no, I'm not going to go there. But someone clearly wanted their King James Bible with them, and then they realized it was too damn big. They're like, this is too heavy. I got to get rid of this thing.
Christianity is a heavy burden to carry.
It's like Pilgrim's Progress.
Yep.
Okay, are these new?
Yep.
Oh, no. Okay, here we go. I'm always a fan of seeing bags of white powder or bags of unlabeled pills. I found a Grisham book in one once. That was nice. Also found booze, which was better than a book. Absolutely.
Yep. Either bucket loads of Mountain House, Lara bars, Cliff bars someone got sick of, all separate occasions, or a 1/8 inch Granite Gear thin light pad that supplemented my Z-Rest nicely for the next 1,000 miles.
Wow. Another man's trash is another man's treasure.
They lucked out.
Next one, almond butter jeans at Lake Marina, 20 miles into the PCT. Someone got a DSLR out of the same box.
Holy shit.
Someone dropped their DSLR into a hiker box. What? And a new Z-Lite pad about halfway through the PCT that replaced my old one. Wish I just used an inflatable one, though.
Wow. A DSLR?
I'm sorry, a DSLR?
That's huge. Man, I would have loved to have nabbed that one. I'd have carried that the whole damn trail.
Can you imagine? Why would someone drop their... Why wouldn't you ship that back?
Maybe it was really old.
Or maybe it was broken. Maybe they broke it on trail and they dropped it or something. I don't know. Anyway.
The last one I have is I got a full week's worth of food out of hiker boxes in Iceland. what is that, the Lagavegr Trail or something?
I guess so. Well, now we know Iceland has hiker boxes.
Apparently really good ones. And they also got some really fancy looking chocolate that turned out to have lumps of salt and seaweed in it. Soon found out why it had been left there.
Wait,
What? Wait, I soon found out why it had been left there.
because it wasn't tasting good.
The seaweed? Maybe it wasn't good?
Maybe. I mean, maybe that's like an Icelandic specialty.
An Icelandic. Icelandic.
Thank you. Well, you guys,
That's all we have.
I think that concludes our episode because we need to eat dinner.
Yeah, and the dog is laying on the floor.
Loba's our like alarm clock.
I'm only able to talk without being like overcome with barks because I'm petting
She's
her.
so spoiled.
She is.
No,
she
you
is.
should just stop petting her. She needs to learn.
It'll be a shit show.
Let me see this. Stop petting her and see what happens. She's starting to bite him. No,
She's biting
Loba.
me, yep.
No bite. Hey,
Well, that being said, we should wrap up. Give a huge shout out real quick to everyone listening. Thank you, Charlotte, for editing this episode.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Charlotte is largely our subscriber episode editor, but she's dabbled in some other ones as well. So thanks again.
Thank you.
Huge shout out to, do you want to do this one?
The Fire Once Lost.
Oh, you got it right.
Thank you so much for our intro and outro song. We really appreciate it. It's so perfect.
It really is. And thank you everyone again for subscribing and for listening.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. You have no idea. It means the world to us. So thank you so much. Leave us comments, DMs, anything as we're doing subscriber episodes. Would you leave us one that you're interested in us doing? Didn't someone say they wanted to do a hiker box? Wasn't it
So this was an idea from Caitlin.
Caitlin? So thank you, Caitlin, one of our Patreon subscribers. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you're a subscriber, would you send us some ideas you want to hear about? Because we want to cater to you.
Yep, we're trying to tone down our interview episodes with gear brands, etc. right now and do more of our PCT episodes. And someone requested basically an episode on the T&B, the Tour de Mont Blanc, which we recently discussed, but we'll make it a two-parter. So expect some more of our story and less of gear stories for the next couple months or even longer.
Yeah, and then we'll bring back some of the other episodes. So
Yeah, thanks again.
yeah, thanks everyone.
Whatever you're doing this weekend or whatever you're doing in your life, if you're out in the woods, you see another person, be sure to tell them, Happy
Happy
trails.
trails.